Hey guys, J-Man Productions on the J-Zone. This will be a video where I give my first impressions on three things in one video. Not impressions so far, I won't say first impressions, my thoughts so far on three things. Two of them being a anime series, winter anime series for that matter, and one of them is going to be a manga. Originally, the manga that I'm doing my thoughts so far on, I had a video that I did for it. I was going to upload it today, but I thought no, and today is Tuesday, sorry. I was gonna upload it and I thought it was bad, so I was kind of gonna redo it in this video with the 2-hour series. So this is gonna be a video where I drone on a lot, so, and if you're not into these, if you're not interested in any of these series, just bear with me. Yeah, I'm gonna jump right into it, and the three things I'm gonna give my first impressions are on Beelzebub, the anime that's airing, or Beelzebub as Yokohama likes to say, the Wolverine anime, and finally the Toriko manga. So without further ado, let's go on to this. First off, I'm going to start off with the Toriko manga volume 1. I suggest you go pick it up if you are interested in it, because I'll say so far pretty good, I'll say that much. The main character Toriko, his goal really is to get what he calls a full course meal. He's trying to get that, so this means he's going to be adventuring around, getting the ingredients, killing animals, all that sort of stuff. And I really like him as a character. He's a bit of a stereotype shonen character because he likes to eat a lot like the other shonen characters. I'll say he seems very carefree. He has a lot of knowledge on the foods and stuff like that. I like that about him. He's not, I'm not going to ever say he's dumb, because he's really, when it comes to food and stuff like that and environments, he's actually a pretty smart guy. But I like him as his main character. The art style for this is really great. Some of the animals in it are really good. I like the way he draws them. Like some people say Oda does really good animals the way he draws them. I actually think this person draws the animals better. That's just my personal opinion. So art style really good. In this volume we're introduced to this guy called Komadatsu, who's like Toriko's partner, sidekick. He's more of a Krillin type character. What I mean by a Krillin type character is that I'm not going to say Krillin's useless, but after a while he becomes not that helpful in the fighting, and that's what Komadatsu is. He's not helpful in fighting at all, but he is able to like help Toriko in other things because he's a chef as well at this restaurant, so he just comes along with him on the adventures and journeys they have. So far in terms of fights, we've seen like him fight some really weird and freaky animals. What's interesting to note about it is that his like special moves are based off of cooking, right? So one of his moves is fork, another one's knife, and the other one is just where he does 3 random punches. I forgot what it's called, but it's really innovative that the mangaka thought, yeah, this is a cooking manga to an extent, so we're gonna make the moves for this guy all about food. So that's pretty cool. We're introduced to this Toriko's one of the kings. I forgot the full name of it, but he's one of the kings of this land basically. There's meant to be 4 of them, so Toriko's already got this sort of status, he's already got this sort of status in this world. So it's not like one of those shonens where the main character starts off really weak and they go up and up and up the ranks. He's already got some sort of status there, so that's interesting to note. So this may be shorter since he's already got that sort of status, but yeah, I really like it. I like the fact that he's not trying to become the strongest, he's just trying to, it's sort of a different goal to have, which is interesting. So yeah, so far I say go out and pick this up. It's really great. I'm looking forward to the spring anime for this. Hopefully it's animated well, they animate some of those moves well, because it would be really nice to see some of these scenes animated. especially when he goes against some of those monkeys. But yeah, I say if you are even a little bit interested in this manga, I say go out and buy it. It's really worth the money and it's cheap now. So yeah, Toriko Volume 1, I'm interested and I will buy Volume 2 in the near future, and I will be watching the spring anime on it as well. Next off is the Wolverine anime. So far from what I've gathered of Wolverine anime is really action-packed and fast-paced action. If you're a fan of any action-based series, I recommend watching this series. Is really action-packed, as I said 3 times already. Story, it seems like it's a bit cliched, but it doesn't really matter because it's Wolverine, so that took away from it. That took away from the clichédness. It seems to be like one of those love-based stories where the Wolverine has this girl he likes basically, but her father turns out to be this guy who doesn't approve of Wolverine, so he keeps her away from Wolverine, and he's just going after what's this? Sorry. He goes up to the father. They have a confrontation, have a little battle. Wolverine sort of loses and he gets pwned. The dad's really cool. He can do some air slashes. It's pretty cool. He's a swordsman, by the way, the dad is. So yeah, there's a lot of swords. It seems like loads of sword-based fights in this anime. So yeah, after Wolverine gets beaten up, he has to go. He meets this other lady. She uses some weird weapons as well. I don't know how to describe them, but yeah, so far story-wise, it seems slightly cliched. Go and rescue the girl, but I really like it. I really think it's interesting. Similar to Iron Man, it has the instrumentals instead of the singing. It just has instrumental openings and endings, animated really well. I don't know what else to say about it. I really am enjoying it so far. I will have a full review up for the Wolverine anime, but yeah, it's better than Iron Man, I'll say that much. Iron Man was a bit of a disappointment, but this one won't disappoint. I think that it's a really interesting anime to watch. Next, lastly, I have first impressions of Beelzebub. Beelzebub is meant to be a comedy-based anime. I don't know about the action-based, but it's disappointing, I'll say that much. I was expecting so much from this anime, from what I've got told by it, from friends, what they told me about it, but it just didn't live up to expectations. It basically follows this kid who's meant to be a delinquent, of the worst school ever. And he finds a baby, and this is no ordinary baby. It's a demon lord baby. So basically, yeah, there are some striking resemblance at first glance to Yu Yu Hakusho, which is very weird for me. That kind of threw me off. I was thinking Yu Yu Hakusho with a baby. Oh my god! Actually, Yu Yu Hakusho did have a baby, Koenma. So yeah, very similar to Yu Yu Hakusho at first glance, but guys, it's nowhere near as good. We follow the main character Ogre as he has to deal with this baby because there's this chick called Hilda. I like Hilda. She's pretty interesting, pretty cool. I know you like her, Jewish, yeah. But Hilda, forces him to look after the baby. He said the baby has chosen you, so you have to look after him. So basically, he goes around with the baby, and he gets into random fights as well. Unfortunately, the baby turns into Pikachu and starts shocking him every 5 minutes in the first 2 or 3 episodes, so that can be annoying. That joke got really old. Yeah, he goes around fighting people. There's the TTHK, I think they're called, who are the 4 strongest people in the school. Right now, he's already defeated one of them. I think he's going to have to fight all of those 4 people, and then there's more stuff, more hilarity as it's called. Animation wise, it's decent. I'll say that. It's done by Studio Period, and Studio Period are the guys who do Naruto. and Bleach, and we all know the problems that Naruto and Bleach have sometimes. I'm not saying the animation's bad, but sometimes it's meh. Oh yeah, for Wolverine, Madhouse does the animation for that. That's probably why the animation's so good. But yeah, I love Madhouse, by the way. He basically has to look after this baby, who's no ordinary baby, remember that. And what would I say, like, it seems like it's really fillerish in a sense. Some of the episodes really seem like filler, because there's an episode where basically the baby grows an attachment towards Ogre, who's the main character. Yeah, and he has a best friend called Ferrucci. Ferrucci's alright. The baby goes an attachment to Ogre. So basically, what happens is he puts some sort of scar slash tattoo on Ogre, and this thing, tattoo or scar, every time Ogre does something bad, it grows more, because this baby is meant to be evil and the baby likes bad things. So every time he like has a fight with someone or he does something really bad, it grows and grows and grows. So this is why the filler sort of thing comes into it, because I think this was a filler episode, I'm not so sure, but wow, it was stupid. Basically, because Ogre didn't want the scar to get bigger, because he doesn't want to be involved in this stuff, even though he's meant to be called an evil delinquent. He plays video games all day for half of the episode, so we have to sit there and watch him do that for half of the episode. That was stupid. It felt like I wasted half of my life watching that. It was stupid, I'll say that much. But yeah, it was probably a filler episode. I'm not sure if it was a filler episode. I don't know, so far it's just disappointing. I was expecting a bit more from it. I thought it was going to be more action packed. I mean, I have problems with Ogre, because Ogre's meant to have these morals. Like, in one episode he goes to Baby Bill, oh, men don't cry, don't go back on your promise, because the baby promised him that he wouldn't cry. And then the next episode, or no, not even the next episode, at the end of the episode, Ogre goes back on his word. And it's like, you said to the baby, don't go back on your word. Well, that's what men do. And then he does exact opposite of what he's preaching to the baby. It's like, character issues. I don't care if this is a comedy. If you're gonna have some morals in this anime, make the main character follow his own morals. That's stupid. Ogre, he's generic and he annoys me at times. Furuichi's meh, he's okay. Hilda, yeah, I like Hilda, because yeah, I usually like female leads. I don't think there's a female lead that I actually hate apart from Orihime. But I usually like the female leads in nearly every anime, and she's the female lead, I like her. Yeah, don't get me wrong, it's funny. There's some funny moments. Like when Ogre originally finds the baby, it comes out of this guy who splits his body in half, and that was a lolsy moment. And then there's a scene where Ogre's parents meet Hilda, and Hilda says that Ogre slept with her, and that's the baby. So Hilda shows the parents baby Bills or baby Bub, whatever his name is, and then the dad's like, how could you do this to a lady and not look after her? And then he's like, that's not my baby. And then the dad's like, that is your baby, he just has the same eyes as you. And that was a funny scene. It's a funny anime, but I thought it would be more. It seems like it seems like Shin-chan and Yu Yu Hakusho thrown together and made into this really weird studio period like mess. That's the way I can describe Beelzebub, and it's I won't say it's bad. It's not bad. It's not okay. It's just below average. And I was expecting it to be a really good, decent anime, but I don't know. I'll see more from it. It's going to be an ongoing series because the manga's still ongoing, so I'll probably do later videos on Beelzebub. There seem to be no arcs in it at all. It just seems to be like this ongoing thing. I will do a review of it, but I don't know when, because it doesn't look to be finishing, but I don't know. So that's my impressions of Beelzebub. Anyway, this has been J-Man's production of the J-Zone, my first impressions of all of those series. Tell me what your thoughts are, tell me if you like any of them. So it's been J Man's Productions and J Zone. Live and learn. Good luck and God bless.